Hello, everyone. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. So, I think it's very important to highlight what our countrymen have done overseas. And we can't ignore the work that has been done. Former national players are doing fantastic things. We could start in North America by the work that has been done there, especially in coaching with the likes of Donovan Ricketts and Tyrone Marshall and many others as well. Andy Williams also getting back into the thick of things as well, Omar Cummings as well, and many others. You have Richard Edwards doing his project as well in North America. Andre Campbell on the West Coast, also making an impact as well with coaching. And how could I forget Omar Daly as well, with the impact that he's having as well in terms of the United States? So it is fantastic to see so many former national players being able to still be involved within football, having an impact, whether it is coaching, whether it is scouting, whether it is even in punditry, like what Joby McAnuff is doing at this point in time. Everything that you see from a Jamaican footballing perspective, former national players being involved in the game still, it can only benefit Jamaican football. You never know who is watching. You never know who can say, wow, he's an inspiration. I want to be like him. You never know. You never know the lives that you touch. You never know the persons that you impact as well. Jamie Lawrence. Jamie Lawrence played for the Reggae Boys and, as you know, was a member of Jamaica squad at the 2003 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. What else do we know about Jamie Lawrence? Remember, Jamie Lawrence was not only a national player, but when you look at the coaching side as well, he was the fitness coach for Ghana's national team. And now he's doing this and having the same responsibility with, that's right, Zambia. Jamie Lawrence, former reggae boy, now fitness coach with the Zambia national football team. And we could go even further as well. We could talk about Michael Johnson as well, the work that he did with Guyana, getting them to the Gold Cup. Remember, their first ever Gold Cup. And we could also speak about other factors as well. Other coaches such as Jason Ewell, Jamal Campbell Rice, Zavon Hines, the under 14 head coach at West Ham United. Zavon Hines, Jamaican born. You see what I'm saying? In terms of the volume of coaches that are being involved within the game, coaching, analysis, scouting, punditry, we have to commend the work that are being done and the opportunities that are being presented as well. And that should be an example for everyone as well, whether you are a sports enthusiast, whether you are a banker, whether you are a lawyer, no matter the path that you're on, the occupation that you're in, let this be and stand as an example for you that your time will come, your opportunity will come. It's all about time before that opportunity presents itself. Ryan Thompson as well. Think about it, the work that he's also doing as well within the state of Texas. So that tells you everything in relation to the wide array of Jamaicans involved in coaching still. And trust me, I know we could go on and on. We could talk about Frank Sinclair as well. We could talk about the work done by Fitzroy Simpson. We could talk about Dion Burton. We could talk about so much other Darrell Powell. We could talk about Marcus Gale as well. So there are many different angles and perspectives that we could take from this. Aaron Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Fabian Davis as well. People still having a role and an impact in the game, still changing lives, impacting people. And we have to give a lot of praise for those individuals that have come in and made that sort of impact. Now, we can talk about somebody that represented Jamaica a handful of times in the late 90s, early 2000, and that was Darren Moore. Yes, Darren Moore, who, as we know, was a player for West Bromwich Albion for a long time, played in Yorkshire for some time as well, the likes of Bradford, played at Burton Albion as well. And West Bromwich Albion is his boyhood club, born and raised in Birmingham. We know he played a handful of appearances under coach Rennie Samoy's post the 1998 World Cup. And he stayed at West Bromwich Albion after his playing career and rose his way through the ranks from being in there and as an academy coach to being a first team coach and eventually getting his opportunity in the Premier League. And what happened? Well, he did something that only Pep Guardiola did, and that was to beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. And that was in the 2017-2018 campaign. Darren Moore and Pep Guardiola, the only managers that defeated Manchester United at Old Trafford that season against a Jose Mourinho side that was Defensively, we know what they were capable of doing. But West Bromwich Albion stole 3 points, 1-0 victory, and smiled all the way to the Midlands. And Darren Moore kept them within the fight. Darren Moore kept them within the race. Darren Moore kept them with an opportunity of being able to stay in the Premier League. The truth is, the situation that they were in, it was already a difficult scenario. But he took them down to the last game of the season where they had a chance. The results in the other games didn't go their way, but a lot of credit went to Darren Moore for the work that he did. He stayed in the championship and he took them and kept them within the playoff positions. The board chose to go with a different person. He went to Doncaster Rovers, spent a couple of seasons there, 2 seasons. And then after that, it was Sheffield Wednesday. His first season at Sheffield Wednesday, his first full season in League One, finished 4th, went to the playoff semi-finals. And now, yesterday, something that has never been done in English football playoffs happened. Being 4-0 down in the first leg and to overturn a 4-0 deficit to be able to advance. That's never been done, but it happened. So I'm not sure if you guys were able to see the reaction in terms of what was said in the dressing room after the game, because the match ended 5-1, and then after the game it went to penalties and went 5-3 on penalties, with Sheffield United now going to be at Wembley. After Darren Moore congratulated his team for the victory and told them that they have one more game, Barry Bannon, the experienced Scotsman, Barry Bannon, formerly of Aston Villa, said, "Gaffer, can I say something?" Darren Moore said, "Yes, go ahead." And Barry Bannon thanked Darren Moore for the work in preparing the team for that week. Barry Bannon admitted that being 4-0 down, everybody's heads were down. And nobody believed that we could overturn a 4-0 deficit. But Darren Moore kept them positive, kept their heads up. And you could see, if you get the chance to watch the video, the unison of claps that were given towards him in relation to the work that was done, right? And Darren Moore was praised for the work that he was getting. And right now within South Yorkshire and different entities that you see right now, it's a lot of praise for the work that he has been able to do. Everybody has been jumping up and down, signaling how much they are very happy with Darren. Some people, remember, after the first leg, were calling for his head. There was even some racist abuse. I mean, that fan wasn't allowed in the second leg into the stadium. But the turnaround was complete. And now it's one victory away from promotion to the championship. Again, we want to send a special thanks to all the Jamaican coaches that are doing a fantastic job in the North American region and in Europe. Jamaican coaches continue to do great things. Former national players, you are playing an important role. So we salute you guys for the hard work you're doing. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. All right, guys.